so immersive, whether it's a lightning storm or a massive creature wreaking havoc. The music is another standout. Composed by Patrick Doyle, a frequent collaborator with Branagh, the score is epic and emotional, blending orchestral swells with mythical motifs. It perfectly captures the film's tone, from soaring highs during action scenes to quieter, heartfelt moments. The soundtrack makes you feel like you're part of a grand saga, and it's one of those scores you'll find yourself humming long after the credits roll. Now, let's talk about why Thor is such a compelling watch. First off, the story is a perfect mix of genres: action, adventure, fantasy, and sci-fi, with a dash of humor and romance. It's rated PG-13 for intense sci-fi action and violence, but it's accessible to a wide audience. The runtime is 114 minutes, or just under 2 hours, so it's a breezy watch that never feels dragged out. The pacing keeps you hooked, balancing epic battles with character-driven moments. The film's rating on IMDb is a solid 7.0 out of 10, and it has a 77% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with critics praising its blend of wit, humor, and human drama. One review called it a dazzling blockbuster that tempers its sweeping scope with human drama, and I couldn't agree more. It's not just about gods and monsters, it's about what it means to grow, to care, and to find your place in the universe. The themes in Thor are another reason to watch. At its core, it's a story about humility, responsibility, and family. Thor starts off as a larger-than-life figure, but his journey teaches him what it means to be a true hero. The dynamic between Thor, Loki, and Odin feels like a classic family drama, with layers of loyalty, rivalry, and love. The Earth scenes add a fish-out-of-water element, with Thor's larger-than-life personality clashing with human quirks in a way that's both funny and endearing. Plus, the film weaves in Norse mythology in a way that's accessible even if you're not a mythology buff. You'll get references to gods, realms, and artifacts that feel authentic yet modernized for a superhero audience. Let's talk box office, because Thor was a hit. It opened with $65 million in its first weekend in the U.S. and went on to gross over $181 million domestically and nearly $450 million worldwide. That's a huge success for a film introducing a character who wasn't as well known as, say, Spider-Man at the time. The midnight box office alone pulled in $3.25 million, showing how much hype there was for this film. It helped kick off the summer movie season in 2011 and proved that Marvel could take a lesser-known character and make them a household name. Why should you watch Thor? Because it's the perfect blend of epic and intimate. The action scenes are thrilling. Think lightning-charged battles and cosmic showdowns, but the heart of the film is its characters. You'll laugh at Thor's attempts to navigate Earth, swoon at the chemistry between him and Jane, and feel the weight of the family drama in Asgard. It's also a key piece of the MCU puzzle. Thor sets up important elements for future films, like the concept of the 9 realms and certain artifacts that become crucial later on. If you're an MCU fan, this is where you really start to see the universe expand beyond Earth, paving the way for movies like The Avengers. The costume design deserves a shout-out too. Thor's iconic red cape and silver armor, designed by Alexandra Byrne, make him look every bit the god he is. The Asgardian costumes feel regal yet functional, while the Earth characters' outfits keep things grounded. Every detail, from Loki's sleek green and gold look to Odin's ornate armor, adds to the film's immersive world. Another reason to watch is the humor. Thor doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's a strength. The fish-out-of-water moments, especially with Thor on Earth, deliver some great laughs. Kat Dennings' Darcy is a comedic gem, dropping one-liners that keep the tone light. The humor balances the heavier themes, making the film feel fun and rewatchable. If you're into behind-the-scenes trivia, here's a fun fact. Branagh used his Shakespearean expertise to shape the film's tone. He even had the cast read Norse myths and Shakespeare plays to get into character. The result is a movie that feels epic yet human, with dialogue that's poetic without being pretentious. The film was also shot in 3D, which adds depth to the Asgard scenes, though you can enjoy it just as much in 2D. For parents wondering about the age rating, Thor is PG-13 with some intense action and mild language, but it's generally okay for teens and up. Common Sense Media calls it a surprisingly complex superhero action adventure, which is spot on. It's got enough depth to keep adults engaged and enough spectacle for younger viewers. So why should you hit play on Thor? It's a movie that delivers on every front. Stunning visuals, a killer cast, a gripping story, and a perfect mix of heart and humor. Whether you're new to the MCU or a longtime fan, this film is a gem. It's directed by a master storyteller, backed by a $150 million budget, and brought to life by a cast that's firing on all cylinders. From the golden halls of Asgard to the dusty roads of New Mexico, Thor takes you on a journey that's as emotional as it is epic. So fire up your streaming service, grab your hammer, metaphorically of course, and dive into Thor 2011. You won't regret it.